Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm going to give you a little story time video, and this is inspired by Channon Rose, who actually just put out a video titled "He Lied to Me." I wanted to share with you about the time he lied to me, and this actually is just a few years ago this happened. And yeah, it's my older two children's biological father, mind you, is no longer in the picture. He walked his funky ass out the picture 5 years ago. 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago. My son will be 10. Yeah, it'll be 6 years on my son's 10th birthday. How fucking bullshit is that? My older two children are Cuban, Haitian, Pakistani, and Caucasian, which is nothing is wrong with their ethnicities whatsoever. However, mind you, I was dating their sperm donor for a little over 2.5 years. We took a trip to Florida with my family, and he has a sister that lives in Florida and Miami. We were not too far away from where she lived, and I had never met her. We had our son, who was 2.5 almost 2.5 at the time, and we went to visit her, and it was just actually the three of us that went, because we were staying with my uncle who lives in Florida, with my dad and my stepmom, and we had all gone down there to surprise my uncle for his 50th birthday. And anyway, so we're down there, and we decided to go visit his sister. His sister actually came to my uncle's house to meet the family and meet everybody, and then she was like, hey, do you want to go spend the day with me, because and spend the night and hang out with us? And we were like, sure. He hadn't seen his sister in forever, and I had never met her, so we go to Miami for the night. The next day we get up, it was no big deal. The next day we get up, and we're gonna go to South Beach for the day, to visit my son Julius. Like I said, was like 2.5 at the time, had never seen a beach, never been to a beach, never put his toes in the sand, all the good stuff. So we're going to South Beach, and we spend the day there, and my boyfriend, my older two children's sperm donor, had gone with his sister's boyfriend, whomever, significant other, somewhere, and they were gone, and they ended up not going to South Beach with us. So me and his sister and her daughter and my son go to South Beach. And for the time that we were in the car, we were talking, getting to know each other, and mind you, they have the same father and the same mother. And I've known for the time I was dating him that his father had passed away. His mother lived in Texas with his other sister, and he had told me that for the 2 years that I'd known him, he had told me the story, is that his father was buried in Amsterdam. When his father passed away, that's where he wanted to be buried. And there was this whole long story as he was trying to fly out to Amsterdam. His mom sold his passport to try to get somebody across the border from Mexico. And when he got to the JFK airport to get his connecting flight or something like this, is what he's telling me. He's told me for years that come to find out, his passport was sold, that he got stopped. He couldn't even go to his dad's funeral in Amsterdam. I'm like, I believe this for the entire time we had been together. And driving in the car with his sister, we're either on our way to South Beach, we just left South Beach, I don't know. And his sister starts telling me about this story of, like, how their dad passed away, and him being where he's buried. And I'm always like, yeah, he's buried in Amsterdam. That's what he told me. And she goes, what? She looks over at me, because she's driving the car and I'm in the passenger seat. And she goes, no, he's buried in Pakistan. Our father is Pakistani, or was Pakistani. And I was like, really? okay, the whole time I was with him and I was pregnant with his child, had his child, my son was 2.5 years old. And when he was 2.5, that's when I find out he's part Pakistani. He never told me that. He had told me that his parents were Cuban and Haitian. And then I'm Caucasian. So there you go. That's where the Cuban and Haitian and Caucasian came into play. And then when my son was 2.5 years old, I find out he's part Pakistani. I don't care what his race or ethnicity is. That didn't bother me. It was the fact that I find out once my child is 2.5 years old what his ethnicity really is. I was pissed. Pissed. Who wouldn't be, right? This whole time, like, I don't know. My son is beautiful. My daughter's beautiful too. All my children are beautiful. But it was just the pure fact that he had told me this whole time that his father was buried in Amsterdam, and that his father was Cuban and his mother was Haitian. So he was Cuban and Haitian. I said, oh, okay, and then he had told me the whole story about the Amsterdam bullshit, and then his sister told me that, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I can understand not being completely upfront with somebody at first, but once you find out I'm pregnant with your child, you could have told me. The 9 months I was carrying him, you could have told me. The 2.5 years leading up to that time, you could have told me. That would have been something I would have liked to have known. I mean, that's just something you don't leave out. Especially as somebody you're in a relationship with and somebody who's having your child. Like, what the fuck? My mind was blown and I was pissed. So anyways, that's my story about he lied to me. And I could have 1,000 more. But that was one of the biggest lies he ever told me, and just absolutely crushed me, just because I didn't know that. Like I said, by no means am I racist in any way. Like, I could have cared less. It was the fact that someone could have been upfront with me. I wouldn't have. I don't care, and I was shocked to find out after my son was 2.5 years old that he was part Pakistani. Like, how do you leave that out? Like, I didn't know any better by looking at him, because kind of looking at their sperm donor, he kind of looked like he was mixed. Like, he was interracial, biracial, like black and white, because he had kind of like a nice caramel skin tone, just of his complexion, and it period would have been nice to know. So anyways, if any of you have any stories about that, make a video. Like, Channon inspired me, and I don't know if you guys even know who she is, but Channon Rose is fucking awesome. She's hilarious, and she's one of many YouTubers that I watch. So anyways, thanks for coming in and watching today. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you in my next video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. And if you really like, hit that subscribe. Until next time, see you later.